And hello there, everyone. Honey, I am Big Meach, and this is a Big Meach moment. Listen, we have a number of things that's been going down in the news, um, regarding relationships. Right now, first there was a whole big thing with folks are trying to petition to have Will and Jada to stop talking about their relationship. They feel as though they're telling too much of their business and blah 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 blah. But that's their relationship. If they choose to go public with their relationship, why can't they? All you have to do, you don't have to tune into those particular programs or whatever. Turn it off, right? We have, and I'm saying this because Will and Jada seem to have been, like the Hollywood super couple. As far as black entertainment is concerned. They've been together for 20 plus years or whatever. They've had their share of struggles, but they are still together, right? We look to them as a pinnacle of what this is. Loosely, we look at Monique and Sydney. You know, she gets a lot of flack for calling him daddy and this that, and the other, but that's their relationship, right? They claim that they have an open relationship of sorts and things, but a lot of times folks criticize them and do whatever they do with them. Okay. Um, Most recently, what we thought that Common and Tiffany Haddish were going to be the deal, right? And now they've broken up. And Hollywood was a little heartbroken about that because Tiffany has become like the doll baby, honey. It's like she's a very pure spirit and care. Now I've met Tiffany and she really is a real sweet person or whatever, but I don't know her extensively because as sweet as she is, I'm sure she has a hateful side, like we all do because we're human. But uh recently we have been heartbroken or whatever because of their breakup. And then we have now Devon Franklin and Megan Good going to divorce, after 9 years of marriage. And we have been looking at them. I know the Christian church has been looking at them as, bringing morality back to Hollywood and carrying on and blase yakety spleen. And, oh, we got good Christian values and a good Christian man and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, we look to them, okay, and we're looking at them as what I don't know, as a moniker or some kind of what stepping stone or uh, guidepost, if you will, landmark, even a benchmark rather of what relationships should look like, and this, that, and the other. However, I'm going to ask this. Are we really looking at their relationships like that, or are we just assuming that because they were in the public, that we all believed everything was peaches and creams or whatever, and never really looked at their relationship for what it is? And then here's a bigger question: why is it that we, the public, have become so heartbroken over something that's theirs? Why is it that we have all, have everybody have gotten so invested in their relationships? Are we looking to live through them vicariously because we're hoping to have that type of relationship? You know, we hear this all the time. Ooh, Sierra and Russell. Oh my God, Russell's so fine. Oh, I just need me a Russell, a man like Russell with the Obama spirit. And y'all playing build a man. But the question becomes, when he comes to you, are you ready for it? Can you handle it, honey? Are you really wanting what you ask for? Huh? Are you really wanting what you ask for? See, y'all have heard me say this on many of occasions to where I really believe that folks nowadays are not looking for relationships, they're looking for companionship because most people who have some age on them or whatever are not looking to grow in the relationship. I think oftentimes we're looking for companionship until we get bored. Once we get bored or something better comes along, something else, like little children, red, the color red and flashing objects or whatever. As soon as something that comes and snatches our attention or gets our attention, we're ready to jump ship or whatever, right? Tiffany Haddish said that, talking with Jason Lee, she was like, perhaps Common is like, one of those people who maybe can't settle down, and like a bee, is on this particular flower until he get all the pollen that he needs out of it, then jumps to another flower, get the pollen. And that was her example. My question is, are we really that way? Are we not being honest with ourselves about relationships and really say, listen, I really want a companion, somebody who's going to be there when I need them to be there, whatever. I'm not looking for something serious or whatever. I just need somebody to spend time with. And then ultimately, someone who I can give myself to physically. Uh, See, that's what it is. I just need somebody on the regular, honey. Some regular dick, some regular ass, some regular puss. Something regular, that I don't have to necessarily commit myself to in that particular fashion. I call it friends with benefits. Friends with benefits are the relationships without the commitment. Okay. Relationships that we want without the commitment. Why? Because you get all the companionship and carrying on that you need. If you really care about each other, because the operative word is friend. If you care about each other, you do stuff for each other, and you be there for one another. You make sure that you invest some time or whatever that's outside of the physical realms of just having an evening or a date. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of folks need to be honest with themselves and say, listen, relationship may not be the thing for me. I do want a companionship. It's okay to say that I need a man or want a man. I think most of the time it's not necessarily that we need one. I really believe the thing is that we want one, because most of your needs are already met, right? So I think most of the time is that we interchange need and want, you know, and really not think about the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Then there's some of us who really do need a man. Perhaps, you know, your wheelhouse or whatever is not in alignment. Perhaps you are one of those children who feel as though being in a steady relationship gives you a sense of balance and carrying on. And if that's true, okay, then be honest about that. Don't kid yourself and reckon or try to slip through the cracks about it and then bullshit yourself through it and be like, nah, that's not what that is. I'm an independent so and so, and oh no, I don't need no bitch like that. Hell, I just need me a woman here and there, just knock it out the box a few times, this, that, and the other. No, be honest with yourself. Okay. Because here's the thing. When you look at yourself and you're looking for somebody to be in a relationship with, the question becomes is, what can you add to me? What can I add to you? See, because the whole object here, we keep wanting to say opposites attract, but I'm starting to disagree with that. Opposites don't necessarily attract, we cancel each other out. See, positive and negative don't attract each other. When they come together, they cancel out. It fizzes out. Okay, when you get a positive charge and a positive charge, when you put that on the battery, when you go jump start your car, you got to put the positive on the positive and the negative on the negative. Otherwise, what happens if you mix those things up? You blow up, don't you? It combusts. And it's the same thing. Okay, and I really believe that we need to be a little bit more honest with that and look at yourselves and ask yourself, how can you add to me? Lettucey has a song about that, honey. How can you add to me, honey? I love that. Okay, what can you bring that's going? Okay, you see, if I'm good, if I'm bad in finances, honey, you coming into my life, are you a financial wizard that's going to help me get my finances together? If you're bad on organizer and I'm an organization OCD wizard, and me coming into your life going to help you get your life organized so that we can move and shift and carry on like that. Is that what this is? Huh? So when you sit down and ask yourself and look at all these other relationships and oh my God, what happened? They were so cute. And yes, that's what they showed us to the public. We were not in those relationships 24/7 when they had to go home, when the lights wasn't on, the cameras wasn't there. There was no story to tell. All the glam got washed off, and they had to wake up with halitosis just like everybody else. They got to get to sleep and the mucus and shit out the corner of their eyes like everybody else. When you are in that particular position and you see them on a regular basis and they done got up and burned up the eggs or didn't cook breakfast because they didn't feel like it. Okay, and they left the toilet seat up, or didn't change the roll on the tissue paper. Okay, okay. Or better yet, they kick their shoes off every old kind of way, honey. Don't never put them up, and you come in and you tripping over the shoes. See, little shit like that. If you cannot see yourself or get past those particular issues or know those particular things about what's going on in somebody else's relationship, then they gave us what they wanted us to see, sweetie. Just because it was glittering gold don't mean that it was gold. Now, does it? Now, for all you traditional Christian children out there, look at that. Y'all was sitting up there looking at them. Oh, he's a praying man. He's a this man. He's a that man. And blah, 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 blah. But just like your pastor, honey, who you always say is, oh, he's a man of God. He's also a man, ain't he? Ain't that what y'all say when he fall? Oh, you got to remember he's still a man. Bitch, stop. Okay. Don't make excuses, honey. Call it for what it is. You don't know them. So, honey, listen. Everybody who got those comments and stuff about Megan Good and Devon Franklin, about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, about the other Kardashian and her man that done got somebody else pregnant, whatever the child's name is. Okay, Will and Jada. Okay, whoever it is that you have on your mind right now, honey, that are public figures or whatever, honey, look at yourself. Put yourself in their position. Would you want to have your relationship splattered all over the news, all into the social media blogs for everybody to talk about at a whim? Of course you don't. Why? Because the first thing you say is, girl, get out my business. Ain't that what you say? Don't be putting my name in your mouth. Ain't that what you say? So be honest with yourself, sugar, because all that glitters ain't gold. Do you want a relationship, honey, or do you just want companionship? And if you want a relationship, are you in a position to make that motherfucker grow? How can you add to me? Y'all go look up that and see, honey, can you add to me? Ooh, I'm Big Meach, baby, and this is a Big Meach moment. Ha!